people don't understand all the time how key it is for farmers to be at the front line of climate action. I think they're a lot of the times thought of as not as into climate action, but they're the ones who are tending the land. They're fostering the land. There's so many opportunities to partner with farmers to find solutions to the climate crisis. My name's Lindsey. I'm the Sustainable Agriculture Intern for this cohort, and I'm working with Mike Morris of Kitchener Centre. I think being exposed to kind of more of the major players on the Hill, so you're talking with National Farmers Union or any of these bigger stakeholders, you're able to meet actual real life farmers across Canada, not just the prairie provinces, to kind of get more perspective on what issues they're facing. So you can find the intersect of climate action and agriculture in a way that benefits everyone. I applied to PI because I really wanted to move out of the research space where you're learning, seeing what's good for the environment, seeing where you can take those next steps and actually implementing them. So putting it into policy, putting it into legislation, learning that space and learning how to put it into words and on paper and in action. I think right now the biggest thing that I've done is doing a letter to a minister. It's getting a lot of traction in the Kitchener community, which is my MP's home riding. And they're getting a lot of news articles, and we're even leveraging it up to writing a motion. It's been a really interesting learning experience. So really focusing on letters to ministers, getting those PMBs and motions out there, even if you're not going to be presenting them in the House, just to get awareness out there. It's a huge thing too, is communicating with constituents, getting them to write petitions to the government, getting them to be involved and really have their voice heard, I think is one way. And climate action is a huge thing in this country. I think there's endless opportunities, honestly. Being on the Hill, it's just constant networking, even when it's nice because it's kind of in the background and you're not really thinking about it. But you go to the receptions, you go to the meetings with your MP and you're networking there and you feel comfortable. It's really nice. That was a big issue for me going in. I felt really nervous about it, but it was a lot less formal than I thought. And the biggest thing was just creating connections, but especially through the ELC programming, they have amazing speakers coming in every other week where you get to meet people from all different industries and connecting to the environment and seeing even future opportunities for myself. If I don't see myself in politics, I can see myself doing urban agriculture or something. We just had a speaker on that this week. So it's been really awesome, and you get a lot of exposure to really cool people who you would never have access to otherwise. The cohort base was a huge learning experience for me. I think it was really cool to get tons of different perspectives that I would never have the chance to, and actually get close and really get to know the people in the cohort and learn from their experiences, because everyone's experience was so different. And it was really advantageous to expose myself to new things because I had been in that silo in the academic world in my small faculty. I didn't have as much exposure for sure as I do now.